Welcome back, everybody. Season 2, the mix table. We're here. We're upstairs. Tyrone. It's late night. It's 10:30 p.m. And we're fucking in it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Ready.
Here we fucking go. Season 2. Let's roll.
I said welcome back like they came through the door. So when I come through, everybody hit the floor. Cause I'm about to explore like I'm on vacation. I press buttons like I had a PlayStation, but no Xbox like I've been had it. They know I just dropped it like it's Madden. But I checked the play and I came to say that me and my bro came to do it every day. Now we at the mix table, plugged in like cable. We finna run it up like we with Sable. We at the table telling the law. So I'm about to show you boys all the velour that I go in to explore. So they know I'm on tour, but listen to your conscience to avoid the nonsense. They know when I come in, I just go run this. I get it, and then I go and split it, and then I get the chips like I'm finna go and dip it. I ripped it in half like I had the paper. I'm coming for the belt like the Undertaker.
Got the veggies, came in with the fetty. I don't know if I can go in, I'm not ready. Ooh, got the cheese, got the chetty. Got the hair, got the letty. Ooh, I'm going crazy. I'm going hazy. I'm going brazy. Shit. I lost it and I found it. I found it in my pocket. I turned it around. Fuck.
Turn it around, and then he turned it around like he made a U-turn. No Usher shit, but I'm about to let it burn. But this is my confession. I get it off like I did a bench press. No compression, I'm just flexing, never stressing. I pull up on your block when I get to addressing. Now let me just flex it like I just hit a new pose. Man, I'm walking in, where are the new hoes? I got goals like I was playing soccer. They know I got to test it, I ain't no proctor. I locked her up and I ain't need the keys. They know I ride on the beat, they know it's just a breeze. Now feel the wind blowing, they know I get the flowing. They know it's been cold, you would think it's been snowing. I'm just going in like a Boeing plane. They know I don't stay in my lane. I pick a picture, make it fit in the frame. I'm going crazy, I'm so insane, I'm like Bane. I crack the bat of the bat. They know I throw it back like I'm pitching the crack. Now throw it back like it was a Friday. You know I'm coming in, I guess it's my day. Now just welcome back.
I'm back verse 2. I got the gold, the glitter, and the jewels. And now I had to go do what I do. I do it for me, I do it for you. I'm on the street, I'm wearing my shoes. Shit, I found a clue.
Okay.
Call me Scooby-Doo, yabba dabba doo.
Yabba.
Fred Flintstone. Ooh, where's the fuck?
Woo!
We're back.
Woo! 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 Keep the beat playing. Let's play it out. Let's play it out. Let's play it out. How is it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the mix table. Mixtable Season 2. Oh my God, thank you. It feels so good to be back. Let's take it all in. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it nice and good. Welcome back to the Mixtable Season 2. Now,
Not 1 and a half. Not even 1 3/4.
But 2.
2.
Now, if you are watching this on the YouTubes or however you're watching this, this is different. Or if you're listening to this, you notice by now, usually this is where like a guest comes in to say their little spiel or whatever, but it's not like that. Things are a little different. And that is by design. But we're going to get to that a little bit in a second. But we are just going to address, firstly, you know, we know you're used to the other spot, but it's not gone. We're just here for the time being. But like I said, we're going to explain all that when we get to it. But first and foremost, I'm introducing myself. My name is Tyrone McClendon. I am one of the hosts here today, and joined by my side, I have my co-host, my producer, my best friend, the DJ of the Mixtable, Mr. Young Seppi himself, Mr. Joseph Middledorf.
Hello. To all the beautiful people, thank you for coming back. Season 2. Bigger and better than ever.
Better than ever. So, you know, like I said, if you're watching this, it's clearly just me and you. It's me and Joe. But that was by design. I've been doing podcasting now for I don't know, I'd say maybe like 2017, around that time is when I started. At least around that time. And in doing podcasting, working with other people, doing one on my own, producing for other people, I've seen like the trends of the highs and lows of things that start to happen that come with this podcasting thing. And with everything that kind of happened last season with just, dealing with other people's schedules and just having to just, people are busy. I get it. And especially when you're dealing with people in the music industry, nothing is concrete. So, I just did some realizing, looking at some of the other podcasts that I do and the struggles they go through. And I said, you know what, Joe, when we come back this season, let's not try to be dependent on guests, for lack of a better term. I'm basically sick.
Because we can do this shit.
Well, that, and I'm sick of you niggas, really, for lack of a better term. I'm just tired of dealing with other people's schedules, and I was like, you know what? Like, I'll admit there was a part of me that was kind of like bitter. I'll admit that. I can be man enough to say that I was like, oh, I'm just so tired of trying to have to convince people like what it is that I do, like, and so I just was like, you know what? Let me just. I've learned in order to get people on board with things, you kind of just have to get the ball like you have to prove to people first that what you're doing is even worth a damn before other people will. And I'm not. And
it's the blank slate problem, right?
Yeah.
It's that people don't believe in things that they can't see.
Right.
So you got to show them that you can do it before they start buying in.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I was feeling. I was like, I want to show people, and also beyond that, I want to get good at podcasting. I felt myself I was becoming a little too reliant on guests. So I wanted to learn how to be able to just have a very entertaining show without having the person themselves being the draw. And that's kind of what I want the theme of this season that we embark on here to learn how to be self-sustaining.
We got the juice. Come take a sip.
Exactly. So just learning how to be able to sit down and have like a real auditory experience, and it doesn't have to be like, and I want people to come back. The guest is like a plus. They're not coming just for a guest or anything like that. But before we get into, now that we've said all that, I want to give the people, because we never got to do our due diligence last season of a last episode.
Yeah. Tech, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anybody that's ever needed, if you've ever needed to print out like something for school, you had a project due, the internet goes out, the printer breaks. We wanted to do a last episode. The computer broke.
Yeah.
The soundboard broke. A camera broke.
Yeah.
And so here we are. It's season 2.
I literally, so let's just go through that moment. So it was literally,
and then because we were on a time crunch, like I don't even live here. I live in Portugal, and so I was flying back in like 3 days, and we didn't have time to get everything to come together. And so instead of our nice little kind of put a bow on the thing, we were left sort of in a nebulous. Here's the last episode.
Yeah, I was really hurt. Like I shed tears over that, because this board literally just unexpectedly died. I went to go do a podcast for someone else, and like I just kept pressing the button and it just didn't turn on. And then when there's part of you that just hasn't quite accepted what's going on, so you just continue to like press something hoping something happens, and nothing ever happened. And that I don't know, man. I really wanted to quit in that moment. And then like he was leaving, so then it was also like on top of that, I kind of felt like what am I gonna do in this off time? And I don't know, man. I was really lost for those first that first little period after that. But let's give the people a little bit of also what has happened. So talk about what happened for you. You know, you go back to Portugal. What's happened in the meantime for you, Joe?
So, yeah, if you've been following me on social media, I put out a tape of mashups. It's called Mobius Trip. It like you take 10 songs, right? You take the instrumental,
Right.
take the vocal, split them shits,
Uh-huh.
and then you offset them. I'm moving the mic around a lot. You offset them by one, right? So you got the instrumental from one song, the vocal of the next, and then the next song is the instrumental from that last vocal.
Why are you so fascinated by these?
I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was like 14, sitting in like an orchestra practice room, and somebody play. I can't even remember. It was the instrumental was Titanium, and they'd put something else over it. I was just like,
Because I used to hear those things excuse me, back before DJ Vlad was like whoever, you know, whatever the stigma he is with him now. I only used to know him because they used to like he had like a little section on Comcast digital cable where they would put music videos on DJ Vlad, and they would always have these mashups of like the songs. Oh, him and fucking Steve Silk Hurley. Shout out to DJ Steve Silk Hurley. Me and my mom, when we would get up in the morning to take me to school, the radio would also play these little mashups every morning, and they used to be fucking fire. Till this day, I still remember one they did of like Rick James, "Give It to Me, Baby," and like some Jamie Foxx song, and it was insane. Never heard it ever again, but it was crazy. But I've always been fascinated because it's like I've heard people say like in order to really be good at that, you got to hear 2 songs at once.
exactly.
How does that even work?
I don't know, man. You just hear something and be like, ooh, this could sound. I remember I heard just like a little. You just hear like a little melody line. You're like, oh shit, that's also this song. You're like, well, let me see if I can fit these things together, because I know they're probably like, if they're not in the same key, they're like at least in a minor key or it's in a major key. But that's the thing with this tape, right? Is that you get to, even though it's only 10 songs long, you get to listen to each song twice. Right. So you listen to like 20 songs. You only listen to 10 songs, but you listen to 20 songs. It's like that Shaq gas thing, right? You fill the tank up a quarter of the way. You're only listening to 10 songs. It's 20 songs.
How long?
It's a BOGO, and it loops forwards and backwards.
What does the process normally take for something like that? Like, how far into this did you say like, okay, this is gonna be something I'm doing? Like, this is gonna be a full-fledged thing?
Literally the first song, and it was like, it wasn't on purpose, but I played both of them for you, right? Like, I started with "Say My Name," and the instrumental and the vocal of that were both just so good. Like, I couldn't decide which one I wanted to use. Like, I need to use both. And then of course now one of those flows into the next one, right? And I was like, oh shit, what if they all flowed into the next one? And then you end up like, I had like 5 songs, then I got stuck because I was just going in one direction. And so like, I was like, well, let me see if I can like close the loop the other way. And then that I was at like 8 songs, and then I was like, I can't get this shit to close. Like, I couldn't find. I was just running into problems where like either only the instrumental or only the vocal was good, and so you get these boring mashups, and like, you know, no one wants to listen to that.
Okay. Well, what else besides Mobius Trip? What else did you get into back in Portugal?
Shit.
People don't really know about Portuguese life. What is that even like? What's an average day in Portugal like for Joe?
I get up at like. Let me pick a time that doesn't make me sound like a piece of shit. I get up at about 11:30.
So 1.
Yeah, I get up sometimes around I'd say between 10 and 1, depending on what I was doing the night before. And I get up, I take a walk. The weather's real nice all the time, like even in the winter. Take a walk, go to a little cafe, grab a little coffee, just a little one. I don't even drink coffee, but sometimes I'll have a little coffee.
When in Portugal?
Absolutely. Drink lemonade. And so I'll do that. I don't know. You start drinking at like 2 in the afternoon. Whole country's like at least a little bit drunk most of the time.
Yeah.
Like not like falling over drunk or anything, but like
buzz.
Yeah, like un poquito, like just a little.
Like how everybody in America like could shoot you, like they won't.
Yeah,
like
and I think that's honestly it. Is that like instead of walking around with a gun, everyone's like
a pint.
Yeah, or like a little, just a little sipper, you know, nothing.
A little sipper,
just a little sipper.
A little sipper.
Yeah, I don't know. People smoke a lot of cigarettes. So hey, all you cigarette smokers, come to Portugal. You're gonna have a great time. I don't know. I eat a sandwich. I eat a lot of sandwiches. You know, just real interesting stuff.
Real Portuguese stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You know, I look at the views. You know, things are still kind of closed down with COVID. Like they're like, I don't know. They're moving back towards things opening. But
crazy how like World War III started and COVID's just like, what was that?
Yeah. Oh man.
It's so funny. They literally started invading Ukraine. All of a sudden, people are dapping each other up again. Like, fuck it. But I mean, hey, I'm not gonna get on my COVID rant, but whatever. So for me, in that meantime, can I be honest with you? I'll be vulnerable on camera here. I was sad as fuck when you left, bro. Like, I was like, I didn't, because it was also like, so full disclosure, well, at this point, I'm not really new to where we're staying now. But at the time, I hadn't even been living here a year. And Joe came, first he came for a month.
Yep. Stayed on that couch downstairs.
Came for a month. And that's where we, you know, fucked around and found this idea. So then he was like, oh, okay, bet. I'm gonna leave. Then in like, what was it, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, because I already had the plane ticket. And
yeah,
so I had to go home.
So 2 weeks, literally came right back, stayed for another 2 months. So essentially, it felt like 3 months he was here. And at the time, we'd only been living here maybe 4 months. So it was damn near like I was used to him at the house. And then he left, and it didn't really hit me until like I came home, and I was just sitting here, and I was just like, damn. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it kind of hit me. I was actually kind of like just lost for like a week. I was like, damn, like I don't know what to do. Like I felt like I had loss. Like I had actual loss. But I will say shout out to Nick and Tay, Hers and Hers podcast. You know, I produce for their podcast, and going to help them out, it kind of gave like a sense of normalcy to things. Mm-hmm. Kind of like just, you know, put a routine into everything. Well,
and because that was honestly just sort of the theme of the last, like, if you backtrack past COVID, like 1 year.
Yeah.
Things just kept starting, and then right when they were kind of getting going, something would come along, put the kibosh on it. Just, and I guess this was just another of those things. But that's the thing about momentum, right? Mm-hmm. It keeps going.
Yeah.
Horses don't stop.
They keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so yeah, luckily I had a lot, and I mean, even while you were here, I was setting up a lot of things to do in the interim time that things are going on. But yeah, so I started working more with them. Then I started working more with another startup company that I work for. It's a media company called Purpose to Be Heard. Check it out. And basically their whole thing is just like highlighting athlete stories, but like the not traditional athlete. Like typically when athletes are on whatever, it's like rags to riches. Mm-hmm. It's
troubled childhood.
You've seen them. You've seen them.
If you've ever watched the NFL draft on ESPN, like
they've brought it up.
It's literally every single, and they'll invent one if
exactly.
Yeah.
So what their whole what their purpose is at Purpose to Be Heard is just highlighting all those other stories. Like, what about that kid you knew who said he was gonna go D1 but didn't? Whatever happened to him?
Because his knee's fine, I promise you.
Or what about that friend who did make it D1 but didn't make it to the league? Or maybe he got injured. So many different stories out there that don't get told, and that's what we touch on. But you can check them out for that. So that's what's another thing that I started working on. And also while you were here, I had an internship with like another media company that I won't say.
I completely forgot to even ask about that. I've been here a week. So,
yeah, I think my last day was that while you were here.
I'm pretty sure.
Because that was, they did a thing with like Zaytoven. And I remember sending you, I was like telling you, I was like, oh, that's why we're taking all these precautionary things or whatever. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Zaytoven. You can come on if you like. I don't think he raps, but you could be a guest producer. But
yeah, that'd be great.
One thing I did learn through that, though, I'm not going to say I'm past the age of being an intern. I'm not going to say that. But I am past the age where I will put up with certain shit now. Like, in this intern, and I felt kind of entitled, which is what they say about our generation anyway, but
fuck them.
Exactly. So it was a production-based internship, and it was because, well, like I said, we're doing this podcasting thing. I wanted to, learn the ins and outs of what it takes to run a show. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be like producer stuff and learn all of these things, and just soak up game. Fucking hate it. I'm not gonna say I hated it. I learned it. I met some cool people. I definitely did learn, but I just cannot do. I'm not a fan of hurry up and wait. I don't think anybody is, but like, I don't like being told something and not being expected to give a response, especially if I don't believe what I'm doing is the most efficient way of doing something. I'm gonna say something, and
he will.
That was a point of contention with me and the guy who was running it a couple of them, and I had to tell him, I was like, look, bro, like, I don't appreciate it when you talk to me like I'm a fucking idiot. I don't like that, because I'm not. I'm 25 years old. I'm not a fucking college kid trying to get credits from you. Like, I can just leave. Like, I don't need to be here. So, but that happened, and that was over, and I learned from that. And then after all of that, I had to think about, what am I gonna do for the betterment of this show? What can I do in the off season to make things better? And for that, I think I had to look no further than to Mr. Jermaine Cole. For those of you who don't know, J. Cole released an album not too long. I guess, December? I don't remember when things come out anymore. But he released an album called The Off Season, and to go along with that album, he had a documentary.
That was it.
Yeah, that was like that was like this interim period in between seasons. Crazy, right?
I like, if you asked me what year that came out, and I would have said 2019, maybe, like that.
Yeah, man, we still haven't recovered from that. Like,
that's literally only months ago.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But in him releasing that in that ghost dimension, he had a whole thing talking about like him treating rap like how he treated basketball. And he was like, I have to have that same discipline, that same hunger. So he came up with like all these writing drills to do, and just like different ways to challenge himself and still push himself to do different things. And I was like, that is what I need. Like, literally that. Yeah. And so that's what I did. I literally started.
If you've been following on Instagram,
yes,
if
you've been following me on Instagram, you've been seeing some of the results of some of this. But I literally just said that. I was like, you know what? Every day, well, not every day, but just about every day, I'm gonna make it a point to try to write 16 bars. It don't even gotta make sense. It don't even gotta be coherent. But 16 bars is what I try to do. I give myself 10 minutes. If it doesn't work, then whatever.
And I heard you said, like, it's not every day.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, people, because I've been trying to get disciplined, and I'm realizing, and I'm upset that I'm now one of the people that says stuff like this.
Yeah.
But like, I'm realizing that that's really what's holding me back. But like, it's hard to like start a habit today, right? You got to kind of gradually work your way into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so people want to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this every day. And then the first day that they don't do it, it's like, oh God, I can't hold myself to anything. I can't do this, can't do that. And you spiral and you go, oh yeah, God, I'm worthless, blah, 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 blah. And then you take like 10 days off.
Yeah.
And that's like, I don't know. Yeah, you gotta live like today, but you also have to like live in like the trend of days, right? That like 5 out of 7 is way better than like 2 out of 7.
Yeah.
And then like a 10-day, like, just because you didn't do it every day, like if you did it most days this week, now like shit, imagine if you'd done it no days this week. Like you're farther ahead, and like,
and learning to live with, if you only do the 2 out of 7, learning how to just be like, okay, I did 2 out of 7 this week, but next week we're gonna shoot for 3.
Yep.
And that's really what it is. It was, and then also you gave me the, I mean, there's plenty of other different like habit tracker apps out there, but I used one that you told me about, and I think that also kind of helped, because even if I didn't do it, it would send me a reminder like, hey, like
What's good?
Yeah, like you haven't done it in like 2-3 days, but you know, and yeah, I just learned not to beat myself up about it, and I think it really did wonders for me, even outside of like just the, you know, honing a skill. I think, you know, previously I've always had problems of like looking for like external validation from other people, whether it be like through girls or whether it be like whatever. I always used to look for other people to tell me what I'm doing was right. But this is one of the few things that I feel like I've done where like I am the source of the validation, I feel like.
Yeah.
Like I write this shit and I'm like, oh no, this is fire. Like, you know, shout out to, you know who you are. But I sent this girl a song and part of me was like, damn, like even if she don't fuck with it, this shit's hot. Like I'll listen to it over and over again, you know? So yeah, man, that's kind of where I've been. That's where we have been in this interim period. And now here we are, what, 6 months later?
I guess, yeah. Fuck. Shit, August, March now.
Yeah. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think, you know, even though it's just the two of us, that doesn't take away from the structure of things. So as you guys know, you know, the conversation is good, but we like to keep the show is about freestyling too, you know, but we got to keep the conversation going because it's going so well. And in doing so, that takes us to our next segment. Joe, take it away.
All right. So if you remember, our second segment is usually something entitled "How Do You Feel?" And we'll ask the artist. I'll ask them to give me a word, and before the show starts, find a beat that sort of feels like that word. But today I just asked Tyrone that, and he said he was feeling ready.
Ready.
You ready?
Ready.
Okay. Shout out to the Teddy. And okay. So Tyrone, I have some ready beats for you here. Let me know which one sounds good.
Okay.
We got options. Okay. We have a Roddy Ricch type beat called Ready. We have we've got a Busy Banks UK NY drill type beat called Ready. We've got a Fivio Foreign type beat.
Give me the first one.
Okay.
We'll go Roddy.
Okay. Shout out to Lost Beats. I'm gonna need a little bit more volume, thank you. So Tyrone, you feeling ready?
Are you gonna ask me another question?
Oh damn, yeah. Okay, shit. Damn, put myself on the spot.
Looks like you lost another one.
Shit. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a question before the beat drops. Tyrone, tell me how you feel about writer's block. How do you push through? How do you overcome, Tyrone?
I just keep writing. I just keep lighting. Matter of fact, I just keep going, keep fighting. Keep fighting through the hardship. Keep fighting through the hardships. Cause they know I just bite down like I had hardships. I gotta get through this writer's block. Cause if I do not, they won't invest like stocks. They know I get my pen and pad and put it to the paper. They know I came to ball like I played for the Lakers. But my name ain't LeBron the Don. But I came in to do this to the Don. And I'm just rapping for fun. Hold on, man, give me the funds. I feel like the funds, just give me the jacket. No, I stay rapping, I run it like a rabbit. You call it a bad habit, but I really just call it snapping. Say action, that's flashing. And I got this dripping in fashion. And they know I'm just maxing, chilling out chilling out cool, chilling like a fool, sitting in school. Finna tell all of these fools that I given the rules.
Had to open up the box. Had to pull out the tool. I'm quick like a fox. Going crazy like a fool.
Right.
Bagel with the locks. And I eat it by the pool. Here we fucking go. Seppi on the motherfucking track.
Right.
Hey. And I got them hooked like they smoking crack.
Yep.
Ooh, heard that last shit that you put out. It was whack. I don't even like to hate, but that's a fact.
It's a facts, like machines, and I'm coming in too clean, and I'm killing this shit like a fiend. Hold on, meet me at the ring. No cascade, getting paid, getting chickens Minute Maid. Hold on, let me get it played. Get them hoes, you know they sprayed. I'm talking about that garden tool. Don't play me like I was hard and fool. Cause I got defense, don't let me vent. I got that game like I'm playing prevent. That's 3 deep. Coming in, we in the Jeep. No TLC, but we on the creep. Don't look, don't take you a peep. I do this every week on Sunday to Monday. They know I don't talk shit, I just give that gunplay. But I ain't no shooter, put on a team like I was the recruiter. Notice getting hot, blow it up like she was a fluter. I'm running them numbers like I'm on a computer. I don't even know, got me a Ruger. Arugula like onions. And they know that I'm coming in and I'm in my bag like Funyuns. And I'm cleaning it up and they know what's up like Paul Bunyan. I walk the walk like I had bunions. Ooh. But I don't know about no writer's block.
Oh yeah.
But I know I can't stop. Hey, and I came in the rock. Call me Dwayne, cause they know I'm hard like the rock.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. So I guess I got to stop.
I just told you. That's who I think I am.
A god.
Look at this coat.
You know? That was good.
Yeah.
That was really good. You know, this is also for the people here. Well, technically, this
Yeah,
is
I guess John put me on the spot on our first episode.
Yeah. So this is your, but they can hear. I hope they can hear the progress that has been made in just this short period of time. So we're all about elevation over here.
Moving in silence like the cheese in lasagna.
Exactly. So, you know, I as I was saying beforehand, I want to get there is an art, I feel like, to this podcasting thing. You know, a lot of people, like most things that blow up in the mainstream, the actual essence of what makes it blows up usually always gets lost. And, you know, with podcasts blowing up, you know, with your Joe Rogans, your Joe Buddens, your the Reeds, whatever your persuasion is, you know, they've all grown exponentially in the past 3 years.
Shout out to Mark Maron for really kind of like kicking this whole thing off.
I don't even know who to credit it to, honestly. Some people would say him. I know some people say Combat Jack. The list goes on, you know. But the main point of it is that in doing so, when things become mainstream, like they always do, they have a stigma that goes with them. And podcasting, unfortunately, has become one of those things now that has this stigma and baggage to it.
The Roadcaster hit the street like crack in the 80s. And
oh, man. And I hate it because it's made it... I mean, me personally, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to still say I do podcasting, but I understand now, like, when I say that now...
It's honestly, it's the worst when I'm like talking to my parents' friends and they're like, so what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I'm a musician. And they're like, oh, cool. And they're like, do you do anything else? And I'm like, yeah, I have a podcast where we talk about music and do music. And they're like, all right, buddy, good luck.
Yeah.
Follow your dreams, kids. You could end up sitting on a futon recording.
So I'm not gonna lie, in you know, seeing all of the slander that comes with podcasting and stuff like that, it had me, and not even, I'll say as a male podcaster, I'm not even gonna throw the whole genre in there, but being a male podcaster in the past, you know, couple months has, a lot of you are fucking it up for the rest of us. Let's put it that way.
Could y'all please just be cool?
But I bring that up to say, or for us to discuss rather, what is it that you think, because this is a real-time project, like you guys are going to work this out with us as we go along this season, but what is it that you feel that those podcasts that did give that, you know, that bad rep versus the podcasts that are actually like quality, what do you think is the difference between those two? What is it that makes something like, oh, you're just somebody who's like being an asshole with a microphone versus someone who, and I'm asking you this specifically because, you know, I've been doing this for a lot longer, but to you, from an outside perspective, so-called, what do you think makes a podcast like quality? Let's just start there.
I mean, it's definitely like what I want out of podcasts, because I remember when I would used to like when I used to listen to yours back in the day, I would put it on because it sounded like you were hanging out. Like I would just miss you. And so I'd be like, oh shit, let me put on Tyrone's podcast. And it's like I'm just like hanging out. So I really like when people have good just like chemistry. It sounds like I'm just sitting in on some friends talking about shit. I'm sitting at the next table over in a restaurant or something. Right. That's the biggest thing. Like I don't know. I'm not having fun unless people are having fun. And so that's like I don't listen to podcasts that talk about like I get enough sad shit in all the other media that I consume. Like I want people that are just having a good time. And
so let me ask this then. At what point does like let's say that their fun is maybe some would perceive at the expense of someone else? And that's
I don't know, man. It's a big internet.
That's a little too vague. Because
it's a big internet.
Well, let me ask you. At what point does it not become okay? Obviously, I'm not talking. Don't go to the extreme. But I'm saying like, when you're listening to two people have fun, at what point are you listening, saying like, okay?
Damn. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit, where the line exists somewhere, I guess, and it's different to.
Well, okay, let me reverse engineer it, because over this, I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
Over the summer, you kept telling me like, I don't want what we do to be referred to as a podcast. Explain that sentiment to me.
Because I just thought we were doing more than just like.
But explain that to the people.
Okay, I don't know. I would hear people say, "Oh, it's Twitter's fault." It's Twitter's fault because I'd see people like it's just little jokes here and there. Like men used to get drafted, now they get podcast equipment or whatever. And I was like, I just didn't want to become a caricature of I don't even know myself or other people, or I was just like, I don't know. I was letting other people, hate on shit I wasn't even doing yet. So that's kind of the big thing. But I just also thought that I don't like labels. You know this. Like I don't like labels because it immediately boxes in whatever it is that you're doing. Like that you hear that we have a podcast and you're like, oh, it's probably just some dude sitting around talking about like body count and shit. And like that's not what we do. I don't know if you listen to any of our episodes, that's not what we do. And I was like, I just don't want to get lumped in. I don't know. It felt like radio shows for people that couldn't even get on the radio.
So, to my original question, it sounds like where the line is gossiping. That's like where it seems like
I'm just fucking tired of discourse, man. If I have to have one more conversation about age gaps or fucking body counts or any of the and here I am now. I'm using airtime on our show to talk about these things.
But see,
get some fucking hobbies. Get a job.
Ladies and gentlemen,
get a podcast.
We're gonna work all of this. I'm gonna whip you into a potter if I don't. But what you are fearful of is what I'm trying to push out of you right now.
Gotcha.
Because even though you are not a fan of discourse, and you represent
but I love to argue. So.
And like I'm saying, you represent a very large group of people, and I think what the real problem is you're just tired of people who don't know how to argue or don't know how to properly present their points, get on a platform and try to do these things. Because one, arguing now is now like, how can I win? It's not, let's try to come to a solution.
Has arguing ever been anything? I mean, like, obviously people have tried to have conversations and solutions and shit, but like arguing, I feel like has always just been like, fuck you, no.
And that's a problem. The fact that that's what you think that it is, that's not good.
I disagree. Fuck you.
I mean, but see?
I won.
But
it's that easy, people.
I think that's kind of what I don't...
Just flip the board.
Not only do I want to instill that in you, I want to instill that in the people watching this through this season. And, one of the things that I've wanted to do that maybe it'll come out, maybe it won't, but we've been trying to film a lot of everything that we kind of do in the process of this thing, because I want people to understand that what you are seeing, what you are listening to, what you are watching, this shit ain't easy. Like, I know the concept of it is just like being a rapper. That is the perfect example.
Yep.
Yes, it is easy to pick up a microphone.
You don't even need to be able to sing.
Throw on a beat and rhyme some words here and there. Anybody and their grandma can do it, yes. But will you be Drake? Will you be Kendrick Lamar? Will you be J. Cole? Will you be Jay-Z?
Do you even want to be these people?
Statistically, you won't. But the reason you won't, not only just because everybody's trying it, but literally the talent pool just isn't like that. The cream rises to the crop. And that's kind of what I want to do through this. I want to fight through this wave of what we could say like podcasting, anti-discourse, like, you know, I just refuse to live like that. Like, it's slowly getting to that. Like, everybody shares your sentiment of they just don't want the discourse, but yet everyone wants to be the first person to comment on things. So I don't even think that's what people really want. They just want better quality discourse.
It's the same reason that you turn down food the first time somebody offers you. That, like, nobody wants to be known as somebody that likes to argue. I mean, like,
who says that? That's an argument right there.
Sure. I don't know. Because there's definitely people that like to argue. But I don't know. It's tough to get people to engage with you if you brand yourself as somebody that likes to argue. You got to lure them in a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't like to argue. I don't want discourse.
But that's another thing too. I don't believe that discourse has to be an argument as well. I think part of it with podcasting and all of these things, people like echo chambers. That's really what it is. Nobody wants somebody to challenge their views, whether their views be fucked up or not. I don't think people like that nowadays. People believe what they want to believe, and they want to believe that what they believe is right.
Not a new phenomenon.
Yeah, of course not. But now this is how it's taking shape, because now everybody's so readily accessible. You can easily be checked, and nobody likes that shit.
That's true.
So
that's true. And you'll see the way you can tell people that are like on Twitter a lot. Because everything before they say it comes with some preamble.
Yeah.
It always comes up with like, okay, I'm about to make a general statement here. So before I make that statement, if this statement does not apply to you, I am not talking about you. I mean, no offense to anybody that this statement does or does not apply to.
Yeah.
Like this, I'm talking about one thing and you get like 3 tweets worth of preamble before they say their point. And it's like, I think waffles are good.
Yeah.
And
by then you've already primed it up like you're going to say something offensive.
And then or sometimes they'll give a take, but
Yeah.
it'll be about something that happened in my life, and it's like, oh yeah, like I had a bad experience doing this, and somebody will be like, oh, well, what about all the other times that didn't happen?
Yeah.
And it's like, I wasn't talking about those times. And you see it a lot because people are everyone's willing to jump down your throat immediately. Like, and that's the other thing you got to realize. A lot of the time you're arguing with teenagers.
Yeah.
You're arguing with teenagers. Like,
so maybe, like I said, we're reframing this as we go on. So maybe it's not even necessarily that we're tired of discourse.
And here I am though with my Twitter, like no ageism or anything. Like,
no, definitely, we're definitely ageist over here.
Yeah, but like that's I don't know. I was on like basketball Twitter.
Yeah.
And saw, I can't even remember what the take was, but it was like I don't know. It was like James Harden is like the most influential whatever, and then they cited a whole bunch of stuff, and then I don't know, they were arguing like it was pretty clear that the person was like 12.
Right.
And then they later in the conversation revealed themselves to be 12, and it's like, okay, you probably do have a really good frame of reference of like right now. But I don't know, people will work themselves up, and they're like, everyone's just trying to dunk on somebody and get some retweets, and you realize you're literally arguing about shit that happened in like 1980 with a 13-year-old. And
so yeah, I think,
what are you doing with your time?
I think internet discourse has kind of scarred you for all discourse, is what it sounds like.
Oh hell yeah, dude. Reddit and Twitter.
Because the problem is, and it's twofold, because people take that internet shit into the real world,
right? Because
people don't know that the internet is fake. But yeah.
So there was a line on Community.
Yeah.
And Britta talks about something. One of the characters on the show talks about like before I say something, I think about like, how can this affect the people around me? And Abed turns to her as like, I actually like you more now. Like, I didn't like you that much, but knowing that you constantly filter everything you say till there's like no flavor anymore. Now that I know that you do that, I don't like. I like, and I realized I did that a lot. I was like, I would never say what was on my mind, and it was just like, oh shit, yeah, because you never know who's got a fucking camera, and you hang out with me, I don't even say anything like provocative like that, but.
Like I said, man, this is I'm looking at multiple projects taking form. This is going to be a twofold like story we see progress over this season here. We're going to see Joe evolve not only as a podcaster, but as an advocate of discourse. That's my goal. Not just for him, but for you people as well listening, because, you know, like I said, I still believe in the art of podding. I still believe that, you know, podding there's something there. You know, I don't think it's as toxic.
If you want to listen to a podcast about podcasts, this is the podcast for you.
That's literally what I named this episode, podcasting. Okay, so enough about
Tyrone. Why? Tell me why. Tell me why that the beats whose cover images are like attractive women.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they always better? They're always better every time. If you're clicking for YouTube beats. Like, if there's a baddie in the cover, the beat's gonna be nice every time. Why is that? I've never clicked on a bad one.
If I had to guess,
is it a confidence thing that if you have like, and then on the other thing is like, who are these women? That because I'll see like there's a couple beat accounts I follow that like and it's always somebody different, and I don't know who any of these people are. They just appear to be like random people. Where are these pictures coming? Who's sourcing these pictures?
When I think of pictures, sometimes it makes me think of like picture games, you know. Because of that leads us to our final segment.
Oh shit! Yeah,
you like that? You like that segue king right there? I was listening to you. I was like, okay, hopefully he's gonna set me up so I can take it to the next place. But you know, you gave me something.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So actually, for this last one, I kind of have a little bit of like something we can do this together. It's a collaborative effort, but you know, something different. But I think this would be the perfect way to start off this season. So we're taking a little inspiration from our spin the block, but we don't have our wheel with us right now. But what I want to do is right now, okay, and we can talk this out live. We can plan it out and just, you know, then the final product comes together. So what I want to do is, you know, we have, even though we said, you know, the main focus of this season is going to be, you know, establishing that me and him are doing this, we still are going to have our guests. You know, we're still going to try to work to having, you know,
I think we got probably next week. Oh shit! I'm spoiling shit.
But you know,
there will be guests.
So, but there are some that we haven't reached out to that, you know, I want on the show. And I'm just gonna come out and say I don't know if right now where we are, I feel comfortable just straight up sending a cold whatever. So what I want to do is,
you got to get comfortable with rejection, Tyrone.
That's fine. But what I want to do is, I want us to come up with a list of, let's say, how many names usually come on our spin the block thing?
I think it's 10.
10?
Yeah.
So let's come up with 10 artists.
Okay.
Keep it somewhat local, so you know, someone who may come across this episode
right now.
All right. And let's just write them down. And then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna try to incorporate all of those names into a freestyle.
Damn, you need me to?
Or yeah, scoot that over a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna make a.
Okay.
So I have some people in mind that I would like to be on our season this year. Just off the top of my head, in no specific order. We have Mr. from Stone Mountain, the letter M, or M as he is more just commonly known. We have a nice young lady who makes some hip hop and some. I don't even know what to put people in the fucking genre anymore, so I'm not even gonna box you in like this. But a Miss Andrielle, we reached out to her I think last year, and that's somebody I want. Who did anybody come to your head?
Damn. Okay, I want to get Tommy Rouge on the show.
Tommy Rouge, coming straight out of Baton.
Could be Tommy Rogue as well. It's spelled the same.
Potato.
I've never met him in person, so I don't know how he says it.
Yeah.
Brittany Carter. Brittany Carter.
Don't think I know any by Brittany.
She's not from Atlanta, but
That would explain it.
yeah. But
Tom, the mailman.
oh yeah,
Okay.
one of the longest tenured Tom the Mailman fans in the world sitting here at this table.
But since we're in that realm, we'll throw Mr. Kenneth Mason. Let's see. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's 6 names. Okay.
Mr. Chris Patrick.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I got a lot of. I'm trying to think who I want to. I'm trying to get back into Atlanta. I've got things in the works in other places, and so I don't want to give too much away.
I feel you.
That. Shit.
Mr. Hitchcock.
Yeah.
Throw Deontay Hitchcock in there.
Hey, long shot. Let's get Tate on the show.
I like that one.
We've already called you out once. This is your second formal invitation.
Baby Tate. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more.
Seems to be a longtime friend of the show. Put out a really nice album in December. That man Dave.
Mr. David the Tragic. All right.
That's a good list.
That is a good list. So you're going to have to give me something. Because I'm going to have to try to tie all of these names together somehow.
Okay. And you want to do that, like, you don't want to just, like, name the people.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You're
No. I'm
trying
going to try to... I'm going to try. That's
Okay.
all I'm going to say. I'm going to try.
Okay. What kind of beat do you want to do this over? I've got a big crit beat queued up. I don't know if that.
Let me see what it's talking about.
Okay.
Let me see what it's talking about first.
Okay. That last beat had matter.
Tell me where is Brittany Carter from?
Time to fact check real quick. Live, I said Brittany Carter was from the DMV, but she's actually from Chicago. So yeah,
We'll just put DMV. We'll just say DMV.
I'm pretty sure, but damn.
Shout out to you, Brittany.
Yeah.
Wherever you may be from.
I know her from Twitter. So okay. 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 Which one sounds better to you, blessed or crawling? You feeling blessed, or you trying to like crawl?
Let's crawl, because you got to crawl before you can walk. So.
All right.
Okay.
I'm saving this shit.
Okay. I think I can work with this. Okay. Okay. How long is this beat?
You got 4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes. All right.
4 minutes from here.
All right. So I want to dedicate this part right here to all of our futures and potentials, because I think you got potential. Look, so let me go and just hop on the beat. I'm about to set the flame on them like they feeling the heat. But when I come in the game, they know I'm so elite. I'm the best athlete, and I'm trying to win the ring. When I hop on the court, they scared of him. They know I get past the L's like letter M. But I'm just getting in, no, I'm trying to win. I turn the lights off, now they know they getting dim. But sail the waves, you know they set sail. I'm just trying to talk to my girl Andrielle. She need to come on the show so she can come and flow, and we can let it blow like we about to explode. But let me come in and incur, cause they know when I rap it sounds so absurd. But all of these dudes, they be trying to get up on me, but I'ma go rogue like my name was Tommy. But let me show them how I do it. They know I got the drive. I'm in the DMV. I'm looking to my side. I see Brittany Carter. It's another fire starter. So I'ma show these boys that I'm just a star. But nah, they can't keep up, they on my tail, man. I gotta hit them in the post like the mailman. Hit up Tom like I'm dropping some bombs. They know I can't stop, cause I added up, I find the Psalms. I meant the sum, did the math. They know I gotta do it, excuse me if I'm crass. I'm rolling up the grass, I'm high, it's in the blunt. You know I'm with Jackie Chan, I'm about to go stunt. Who fucking with me? Niggas is really silly. They know I'm about to kill them. They just say, who's Kenny? I don't know, I'm really just playing. I'm about to build it up, you could say that I'm a Mason. I hit a hat trick, kinda like a Patrick. Shout out Chris, man, you know I had to have it. It's just a habit, I run it like a rabbit. Hold on, I got the bars, I gotta go and slam it. I'm coming in here to say, your girl up on my cock like my name Deontay. But I'm about to spray, I'ma lay it down and say that all my niggas coming for points, they hit another lay up. So what's up? I'm chillin' with my pups. You know we out west, so you know we so corrupt. But excuse me if I'm coming too late, but I just hit up my girl. She said she baby Tate. Damn, my baby late. I ain't talking about a period. She came over my house because she was curious. I said tada, cause I'm doing the magic. Shout out my nigga Dave, cause you know this shit is tragic. Now that's 10, I had to come and win. They know I ate it up like I did this shit for Den. It's like a slant, we do it every year. They know I come and do the shit I had to come and dear. Cause I run the game like I'm the captain. No need to explain, they call you next man. Cause I'm the best man, no need to explain. I'm off the top, I'm feeling like Shane. Woo! Too fucking hot, man. It's too fucking hot. I hope you guys can see the sweat on my face because of that. Because, woo! That took a lot out of me. It really did. It really did. I ain't even. I'll wipe the shirt. I'll use the shirt. Woo.
The rats and the roaches went hungry, for there were no crumbs left.
On a quest to be the best, ladies and gentlemen. On a quest to be the best. Woo! Well, Joe, there we go. That's the top of the season right there, baby.
We did it.
We made it. Woo. Season 2 of the podcast, of the Mixtable podcast, coming at you, ladies and gentlemen, in full effect. And that's just the best. That's just a little sample. That's just the piece off top. We got so much more for you guys coming this season. Be on the lookout. We're gonna try to do things real nice and professional this time, even though they weren't last time. But we're gonna. The name of the game is elevation, and that's what all we're trying to do. Joe, you got anything you want to say to the people?
My usual, go fuck with the producers. Links are gonna be in the description. We got a playlist. Go buy some beats. Again, they're who makes this shit happen, right? They. Go spend some money, people. Go. There's somebody in your life, even if you don't buy one off this show, there's somebody in your life that makes beats, they make art, they make something. Go spend some fucking money. All right, gas is expensive. Go spend some money with some people. Thank you.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it for this episode of the Mixtable. Once again, I want to thank my host, my producer, my DJ, my best friend, Young Seppi himself, Mr. Joseph Middledorf. And once again, I want to thank you all for listening. Once again, my name is Tyrone McClendon, and tune in next time where we will be sitting here or somewhere else, and we will be mixing it up. Thank you for listening.